Marriage can also change your life. It's a big decision. Should you get married? Are you ready for it? Let's go. Welcome from Roots to Fruit. As a Canadian Christian Orthodox homeschooling mother that also works, many challenges arise. Come with me as I explore these issues, all of the good, the bad, and the ugly. Let's go on a journey together, from roots to fruit. One reason that many people choose to homeschool is so they can spend more time with their family and to foster family relationships. This is an understandable reason, as family is a big part of our lives, and traditionally speaking, a family starts with marriage. In my opinion, we tend to shy away from having honest discussions about marriage and family. For those that attempt to discuss these topics, they are met with backlash. For this reason, I will keep this brief. Unfortunately, these days, marriage is viewed as a negative part of life. Some comments that we hear are that it ties you down, you lose your individuality, and it's only a paper, so what's the point? This modern view has also changed our lifestyle and shifted our focus from the family life to the individual, with an emphasis on making work and pleasures top priority. The result of this is less marriages and less kids. In addition, when people do get married, it is often viewed as an unhappy part of our lives. And it's even to the point that I hear many trying to so-called warn others not to get married. In Canada, marriage rates have been steadily decreasing. At the same time, divorce rates have also been steadily decreasing, with more people choosing common law relationships or just remaining single. Well, why is this happening? Well, first, marriage is heavily discouraged. If you're able to ignore all the noise and get married, you discover very quickly that marriage is complicated. And why shouldn't it be? You're taking two people from different families and putting them into a house to start a new one. Plus, now people are older when they get married and perhaps are already set in their ways. Then they have to learn to create a new household. Also, the quality of our relationships with people, whether it is marriage, common law, casual, friendships, relatives, co-workers, and etc., has also decreased. Furthermore, people have become more unhappy with more social, mental, and emotional issues. Plus, we no longer have common values, ethics, and morals, which can affect all sorts of areas in our lives. All of these are brought into marriage and together can create a poor foundation leading to multiple issues. With this poor foundation, it is no wonder that people are having less kids. Birth rates have decreased along with the average child per household. What I find fascinating is that all these statistics contradicts what we've been told. We live in a time that we know more than ever. We have more experience, literacy rates are high, and information is right at our fingertips. Some would even say that we know better than previous generations. We were told when we are established, ready, mature enough, and financially stable, that we would have a better outcome with marriage and family. But in fact, the opposite ended up happening, and we regressed as a society. Another reason, in my opinion, is because we devalued marriage and placed the individual and work as a priority. In a way, we've become married to work instead of our spouse. We reduced marriage to just a piece of paper and removed all meaning. Why not? I guess since we spend most of our time at work. On top of that, we spend the first 20 to 30 years of our lives being told how to think and to follow our desires and pleasures. That left little time for self-reflection, growth, to learn who we are and about the world around us. Most people that recognize this typically start noticing when they are already in their 20s, just in time for marriage and family. And this is when people start questioning whether they should even get married, be in any kind of committed relationship, and have kids. In our modern thinking, we are trained to say, so what? Why does any of this even matter? So what if there is less marriages and less kids? We are supposed to live for today, for us, but has it made our lives better? For centuries, they understood the importance of marriage and family. They understood that this is where a person's foundation starts, and without it, families are broken, communities start to dissolve, and societies crumble. For years, grandparents warned us of these results. But then we turned around, called them all sorts of names, and told them they have outdated ideas. Now our populations are decreasing at an alarming rate. Communities and supports are disappearing. Social, mental, and emotional issues are on the rise, and we're still insisting that we know better. Side note, I noticed that academics have finally caught up to the effects that this has on our society, but they still don't understand how to fix it since they don't actually understand how we even got here. All of this sounds so doom and gloom and hopeless, but I think that's the point. We have made marriage and family unappealing, so it's not surprising that the rates have dropped. We created more workers instead. We have linked success to our careers and have completely eliminated the motivation to be successful as a family, a parent, a child, even as a person. For some reason, we feel as though we are freer and able to be ourselves in a workplace setting. But honestly, I feel that in reality, it is the opposite. Your boss will never care about you the way a spouse does, and you're definitely not growing with them. They are not there to help you to be a better person or to support you when life happens. You can't tell your boss private or personal information, and in many cases, if you do, they will use it against you. And they are definitely not with you for life. In most cases, you are lucky if you have a boss for more than a couple of years. I know there are some people out there that will disagree and praise their boss. If that's you, that's great. But you are one of the few. Also, there's no reason for your boss to care about you more than your spouse. And often, this pleasant attitude will change really quickly when incentives change, since there is absolutely nothing that ties you to your boss the way marriage does. In addition, you are equal in a marriage, but not with your boss. At work, there is always a power dynamic. I feel as though we often treat marriage like a work relationship, and then we're surprised when we're not happy or it ends in divorce. We often see people brushing off these issues, or just get a new marriage as if they're switching jobs. Another thing to remember is that no one on their deathbed says that they should have worked more hours or finished more projects or gotten that promotion. Most people reflect on their relationships, including family. I find it sad that we devalued marriage so much. Marriage is so much more than a work relationship. It does require work, and its outcome is so much more rewarding than a promotion. These days, we often forget the reason why two people decide to get married. We need to start remembering what it means to be in a marriage and why we are in our own marriage. Also, not to forget that marriage is not the wedding. Marriage is about two people coming together as one. And from there, we grow together as a person and together as a couple. Marriage is the ultimate safe space, a place that you can be yourself, a place that you can make mistakes and reflect on them. Then lean on your spouse for support to grow and for them to do the same. I do understand that not all marriages are healthy, but we can at least try to create healthy ones. Help each other instead of discouraging others from getting married. From experience, getting married is the best decision I have ever made in my entire life. It has taught me so much in so many different areas that school and work can never even understand to teach, and created something that I view to be the most important aspect of life, and that is a foundation. This allows us to do the most important thing in my life, and that's to have kids. Now we can all grow together. This is far more rewarding than I can even express. There are so many benefits to marriage, such as sharing love, support, stability, and companionship. This all reduces mental and physical health issues. I, for one, am grateful every day for my marriage. It was the best decision I have ever made. It has not only improved my life, but it created a foundation to start a family. And family is the greatest success and fulfillment I could ever hope for. No job, career, or any other type of relationship can even come close. It also provided a sense of freedom, clarity, and purpose in life. It has become controversial to state that marriage is a beautiful thing, and that in itself is a red flag. Thank you for your time. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for your time. If you want to know more about me and my podcast, please visit me on my website for more information at fromrootstofruit.podbean.com. May you be blessed from roots to fruit.